Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome the Attorney General of the United States, Merrick B. Garland, Associate Attorney General Vanita Gupta, and the Director of the Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services, Hugh T. Clements, Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and today's honorees, good afternoon and welcome to today's ceremony. Please be seated. It is my distinct honor to be on stage today with Attorney General Merrick Garland and Associate Attorney General Vanita Gupta as we come here today to congratulate and honor the recipients of the 6th Annual Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing. Throughout the year, we are reminded of the exceptional work done on a daily basis by law enforcement officers across the country. Today is our chance to honor and celebrate a special group of officers for their exceptional work. As we begin today's program, I would ask that you please stand now for the presentation of colors by the McKinley Technology High School Color Guard of Washington, D.C., and the singing of the national anthem by Rhea Walker, Special Assistant in the Office of the Attorney General, Department of Justice.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, colors. Color guard, step. Left, 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 right, left, left.
Please join me in thanking McKinley Technology High School Color Guard and Miss Rhea Walker for that outstanding presentation. Please take your seats. This afternoon, you will have a chance to hear about a group of officers who are being recognized for outstanding police work. The Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing recognizes officers, deputies, and troopers for exceptional efforts in the areas of criminal investigations, field operations, and innovative community policing strategies. The COPS Office has the distinct privilege to oversee the administration of the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing. This year, the COPS Office received almost 200 nominations, representing a variety of law enforcement agencies from 49 states. The nominations went through several stages of reviews, starting with a panel of representatives from 10 leading law enforcement stakeholder associations and groups, followed by a federal review panel consisting of executive-level reviewers from a number of Department of Justice components. Recommendations based on those two processes were submitted to the Attorney General for selection. In today's 19 recipients are the results of that lengthy process. The officers being honored here today weren't trying to win any awards or do anything heroic. They were just doing their jobs. But they are heroes because they put their lives on the line for us every single day and work to make sure our communities are safe places to live and work and raise our families. We owe them our gratitude and our respect. On behalf of the COPS Office, I congratulate all of you. And now it's my distinct honor to introduce the Associate Attorney General, Vanita Gupta. In addition to overseeing the COPS Office, Associate Attorney General Gupta oversees numerous other divisions in the Department of Justice, including the Civil Rights Division, the Antitrust Division, the Office of Justice Programs, the Office of Violence Against Women, the Community Relations Service, and many more. She previously served as the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights. Before serving in that capacity, Associate Attorney General Gupta served in the Obama administration as Acting Assistant Attorney General and head of the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division. Please join me in welcoming Associate Attorney General Vanita Gupta.
Thank you, Director Clements, for your tremendous leadership, and a huge thanks to the COPS Office staff for all of their work on this year's awards program and today's ceremony. It is my honor to welcome our honorees, your families, and all of our distinguished guests here to the ceremony today and to the Justice Department. Every day, law enforcement officers put themselves in harm's way to keep us safe. The public expects this and too often takes it for granted. Today's award ceremony allows us to take a moment to honor and show appreciation for this immense public service. The Justice Department is proud to celebrate the individuals being recognized today. I have read your stories and know that you epitomize community policing at its best. Community policing advances community safety by building trust, respect, and collaboration between police and communities. It's a model of policing that respects civil rights and engages the community as a full partner in creating safer communities for police and residents alike. The Justice Department knows that as we uplift policing, we must also invest in officer wellness programs, we have to support effective strategies for recruitment and retention, and we must build police community trust. Today's awardees demonstrate problem-solving skills, a willingness to find and engage innovative community policing strategies, and above all, a commitment to the communities and people you serve. We received nominations not only from proud supervisors, but also from professional peers and others impacted by your work. As Director Clements noted, we received hundreds of nominations from across the country, and we went through several stages of review to get to today's honorees. We started with a panel consisting of representatives from 10 leading law enforcement associations, some of whom are represented today in this room: the International Association of Chiefs of Police, the Association of State Criminal Investigative Agencies, the Fraternal Order of Police, the Hispanic American Police Command Officers Association, Major Cities Chiefs Association, Major County Sheriffs Association, the National Association of Women Law Enforcement Executives, the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives, the National Sheriff's Association, and the Police Executive Research Forum. Following that, there was a federal review panel consisting of executives from several Department of Justice components. And then finally, selection and approval by the Attorney General himself. I hope that today's honorees know just how much everyone appreciates and deeply values your contributions to keeping our community safe and to building trust and strengthening police-community relationships. It's the backbone of safe and healthy communities. And now it is my great honor to introduce the Attorney General of the United States, Merrick Garland. I will not attempt to sum up the Attorney General's entire distinguished career. We don't want to take up 2 hours of this time on that. But as many of you already know, prior to his nomination by President Biden and confirmation as Attorney General in March of 2021, the Attorney General was Chief Judge of the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. And before his time on the bench, he spent much of his career here in the Justice Department, serving under 5 different attorneys general in a variety of roles, including as a prosecutor overseeing the Oklahoma City bombing, the Unabomber, and Montana Freeman cases. As Attorney General, he has set out 3 co-equal priorities for each of us at the Justice Department: upholding the rule of law, keeping this country safe, and protecting civil rights. And in carrying out each of these priorities in his daily work and during visits at U.S. attorneys' offices across the country and with our state and local partners, I have seen firsthand the Attorney General's immense partnership and championing of law enforcement and community policing, and I am honored every day to serve with him. So without further ado, it is my great pleasure to introduce the Attorney General.
Thank you, Vanita, for that overly generous introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the 6th Annual Attorney General's Awards for Distinguished Service in Community Policing. Could we have another round of applause for the students from McKinley Technology High School and the Justice Department's own Rhea Walker for starting this ceremony on such a lovely note. I want to thank Director Clements and his entire team at the COPS office for making today's ceremony possible and for the work they do every day to advance community policing. The Associate Attorney General mentioned my long career at the Justice Department. I was here at the founding of the COPS office, so I have an extra stake in this particular set of awards. Today, we are awarding 19 outstanding officers with the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing. These awards acknowledge their exceptional work in criminal investigations, field operations, and innovative community policing strategies. It is an honor to be here as we recognize these extraordinary individuals. At the Justice Department, as the Associate Attorney General said, our mission is to uphold the rule of law, to keep our country safe, and to protect civil rights. But we do not and we cannot do this work alone. Every day, law enforcement officers across the country work to protect their communities. They forge and maintain strong community ties that are essential to ensuring public safety. And they put their lives on the line to make their communities better places to live. State, local, tribal, territorial law enforcement agencies are some of the department's most important partners in our efforts to keep our country safe. We know that you shoulder the heaviest burden when it comes to protecting your communities, and we are proud to stand next to you and to work alongside you. It is a special honor to recognize officers like today's awardees who represent the very best of this noble work. You led complex investigations and pursued justice on behalf of victims who can no longer advocate for themselves. You collaborated with your law enforcement partners across government to get illegal guns and drugs off the streets. You de-escalated dangerous situations and prevented them from ending in tragedy. You created programs for underserved youth and older adults. And even in the midst of the pandemic, you found ways to connect with your communities. You are true public servants. You are heroes. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I also am grateful to the awardees' family members and loved ones, many of whom are with us today. Thank you for supporting these officers as they have pursued their careers in public safety. At the end of the shift, you are there. You are there through long hours and late nights. You are there to support your loved ones as they bear the weight of the stress and the trauma that these jobs can inflict. And you are there despite the sacrifices these jobs require of both the officers and their families. It is your care and encouragement that makes their service possible. Thank you. Law enforcement is an indispensable profession. At the Justice Department, we know it is also a difficult one. Every day, law enforcement officers are asked to respond to some of the most difficult, most traumatic moments that our communities face. You are asked to be on the front lines of combating violent crime. You are also asked to serve as first responders to some of our most entrenched social problems. You confront devastating and dangerous situations. You witness horrible tragedies. You endure extraordinary violence and threats of violence directed at you. You do all of this as your offices continue to struggle with crisis in recruitment and retention, increasing the already heavy load on those who serve. And you did all of this during a global pandemic that strained your offices nationwide and made your jobs even harder. At the United States Department of Justice, we are committed to doing everything in our power to support you and to give back to the officers who have given so much to this country. This year, the department is seeking $2.7 billion for our COPS office hiring program. This funding will enable us to help our state and local law enforcement partners hire more full-time law enforcement professionals. We are also investing in programs that support officer safety, health, and wellness, in incentives to improve recruitment and retention, and in initiatives that help law enforcement build trust between police and the communities they serve. We are doing this because we know that when our officers are healthy and safe, our communities are too. Again, to every officer here today, and to our honorees in particular, thank you for all that you have done for our communities. And thank you for all that you will continue to do. The Justice Department and our country are grateful to you.
Thank you so much, General Garland, for those remarks. They really got to the heart of why we are here today. Now it is my pleasure to begin the presentation to the recipients of this year's Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing. General Garland and Associate Gupta, if I could invite you back to center stage, we will now present today's awards. In the category of criminal investigations for an agency serving more than 250,000 residents, the award goes to Sergeant David A. Benjamin from the Norfolk, Virginia Police Department.
In one of the longest investigations in the history of the Norfolk Police Department, Sergeant David Benjamin worked tirelessly for 7 years to bring justice to the family of Angelica A.J. Hatzel. The attacker was ultimately sentenced to life plus 15 years in prison, thanks in large part to the dedication and diligent work of Sergeant Benjamin.
In the same category, Detective Corporal Christopher Crawford with the Maine State Police.
Corporal Crawford's professional tenacity brought to justice a sexual offender who had been victimizing children for more than 50 years. Corporal Crawford's exceptional investigative skills and dedication produced life-changing results for more than 20 documented victims, as well as others who understandably chose not to come forward.
In the category of criminal investigations, for an agency serving between 50,000 and 250,000 residents, the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing is awarded to Detective Kimberly Laster and Detective Maria Jovio with the Sarasota, Florida Police Department.
In 2022, 2 unhoused women were assaulted and strangled to death in less than 3 weeks in Sarasota, Florida. It was the detectives' comprehensive investigation and their commitment to the pursuit of justice that resulted in an arrest and conviction, stopping this killer before more individuals could be victimized.
In the same category, Detective Eric Whitlock with the North Richland Hills, Texas Police Department.
7 unsolved bank robberies and the non-fatal shooting of a police officer who tried to stop a suspect in one of those robberies was no deterrent for Detective Whitlock. His dogged determination and commitment ultimately brought answers to the many bank employees who had been victimized, as well as the officer who the suspect shot during his crime spree.
In the category of criminal investigations, for an agency serving fewer than 50,000 residents, the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing is awarded to Detective Ezekiel Cisneros with the Monte Vista, Colorado Police Department.
It was an investigation into a drug deal gone bad that ended in a firefight that led Detective Cisneros to one of Monte Vista's most notorious drug dealers. Detective Cisneros' continued dedication to pursue criminals who deal in guns and drugs is making a measurable difference in the safety of his community.
In the category of field operations, for an agency serving over 250,000 residents, the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing is awarded to Officer Padrum Fahang with the Oakland, California Police Department.
Officer Farhang's work in the Crime Gun Integration Center models 21st century policing through the innovative use of information technology systems, working with community members, communicating across agencies, and keeping abreast of current crime trends. His work helping new officers learn the job, often on his own time, demonstrates his commitment to public safety.
In the same category, Deputy Tanya Garcia and Deputy Esteban Hernandez with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, Texas.
Deputies Garcia and Hernandez exemplified the tenets of de-escalation training and crisis intervention work when responding to a call of a police officer and military veteran who was armed, intoxicated, and suicidal. Thanks to the exceptional work of Deputies Garcia and Hernandez, a potentially explosive situation ended peacefully with no harm to the public or the individual.
In the category of field operations for an agency serving between 50,000 and 250,000 residents, the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing is awarded to Corporal Demetrius Amos and Patrolman First Class Mackenzie Handel with the Pocatello, Idaho Police Department.
When Corporal Amos and Officer Handel responded to a domestic disturbance, a man threatening a woman and child with a gun turned the rifle on the officers. A gun battle erupted, injuring both officers, yet they each put themselves in the line of fire to protect the trainees who were with them. Their actions undoubtedly saved lives and prevented further damage to the community.
In the category of field operations for an agency serving fewer than 50,000 residents, the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing is awarded to Officer Sheena Shelton with the Forest Park, Georgia Police Department.
When Officer Shelton arrived for a call regarding a woman who was suicidal and threatening her husband with a rifle, the woman quickly turned her threats on the responding officers. Officer Shelton began what would become a 4-hour negotiation with the woman, who ultimately surrendered. Officer Shelton's calm demeanor and quick thinking saved lives and protected the public and other officers from harm.
In the same category, Officer Mark Navarro with the Los Alamitos, California Police Department.
Officer Navarro consistently embraces the concepts of community-oriented policing in every aspect of his work. His efforts to go above and beyond with the community frequently make him the recipient of letters of praise and gratitude from the community. Whether it's caring for his colleagues or showing his dedication to the community, Officer Navarro demonstrates the essence of community policing.
In the category of innovations in community policing for an agency serving more than 250,000 residents, the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing is awarded to Officer Grace Albritton with the St. Petersburg, Florida Police Department.
With approximately 4,000 students living unhoused in Pinellas County, Officer Albritton knew her problem-solving skills had to move into high gear. Officer Albritton started Grace's Closet, also known as Gibbs Grab and Go, which has clothes, school supplies, and other much-needed resources. Her many other projects for students demonstrate her commitment to not only protect and serve, but to support and help.
In the same category, Officer Jimmy Pittman II with the Oakland, California Police Department.
Officer Pittman's outstanding dedication and commitment to Black male teenagers in Oakland is demonstrated through a collaborative mentoring and leadership development program that focuses on critical thinking skills and academic excellence. Students support and appreciate Officer Pittman's genuineness and authenticity, and this amazing program is changing the lives of young men throughout the Oakland community.
In the category of innovations in community policing for an agency serving between 50,000 and 250,000 residents, the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing is awarded to Officer Yesenia Diaz with the City of Miramar, Florida Police Department.
Officer Diaz's dedication and compassion have placed a new and welcomed emphasis on crime prevention for seniors in the city of Miramar. The many programs Officer Diaz has developed highlight her commitment to those she serves. She is a true asset to the community at large and seniors in particular.
In the same category, Officer Henny Hamby with the Tallahassee, Florida Police Department.
Officer Hamby's outstanding service to her department and her community is creating safer neighborhoods where residents can live, work, and play. As a community relations officer, her focus is on creative crime prevention strategies and bridging the gap between law enforcement and the public. From students to seniors, Officer Hamby's work is an example of what community policing can achieve when there's commitment behind it.
In the same category, Officer Michael Peel, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma Police Department.
Knowing a large part of his community felt disenfranchised, Officer Peel created a Citizens Police Academy in Spanish, even though he wasn't a Spanish speaker himself. Since then, there has been an increase in the reporting of minor crimes and a decrease in violent crimes in the predominantly Hispanic communities. Residents who were afraid to go to the police are now coming forward, and new relationships are being cultivated.
In the category of innovations in community policing for an agency serving fewer than 50,000 residents, the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service in Community Policing is awarded to Officer Heather McClellan with the Groton, Connecticut Police Department.
Officer McClellan and her therapy dog, Chase, are well-loved representatives of the police department and are community favorites at numerous events, many of which she coordinates. And to help other jurisdictions, Officer McClellan organized the Cops and Comfort Dogs Symposium, which brought law enforcement and their comfort dogs from other states together to learn how to take the program to their own communities.
Good job, Chase. Please join me in thanking Attorney General Garland and Associate Attorney General Gupta for their participation here today. We appreciate it. I also want to thank my team at the COPS office for their really hard work and commitment. And many thanks to all of you for attending today's ceremony. It's been a wonderful event. Once again, I congratulate all honorees and your families. Let's give each of the award recipients another round of applause. It really is outstanding work done each and every day by law enforcement in this country, so thank you very much. And with this, it concludes our event today. I would now like to ask the recipients to remain seated as we get ready for photographs. You will be called up by number for a photo with your law enforcement executive, who will drape your medal for the photo, and then your family can join you for a group photo. Thank you, everyone, for attending.